Hi, today we're going to find the composite area when you're doing surface area. So that means it's like two or more shapes put together, but sometimes they have overlapping areas, and so we have to deal with that within the problems. So let's jump into this. The videos have to be less than 10 minutes. So here we go. I want to find the surface area of the top and the bottom of this figure. The top is a cone, so I'm just going to do the cone as usual. I always write out my formula, and my radius is up here. My radius is 3. So if I can get my highlighter to work. This is my, doesn't want to work. Okay, my radius is 3, and then I plug it in for R, and my L is slant height. So my slant height, guys, is way up here. That is the 5, so I come down here and put in the 5. Now, I highly recommend you do this in chunks. If you just type all of this into the calculator, it's not going to work. So what you have to do is come to this first part and put a little bracket and say 3 squared is 9, and then put the pi symbol next to it. Do not put the pi symbol into the calculator. So do the second little grouping. 3 times 5, of course, is 15, and then it's times pi. Do not put the pi in the calculator, so it's 15 pi. We're going to add the 9 pi and the 15 pi together. So it's kind of like if you add 9x and 15x. You just kind of bring the variable or the pi along. So my total of the top is 24 pi. I'm going to do the same for the cylinder. I write out the equation. I start plugging in things I know. I know the radius, it's still 3. And now this is h. This is the regular height. So if you look at this picture, it's right here. It's the height of the cylinder, and it is 5. So again, let's do this in chunks. Do not just type this into your calculator. So here, I would do 3 squared, which is 9, and 9 times 2 is 18, and then put the pi next to it, so 18 pi. Now, over here on the right side, I would do 2 times 3 times 5. You can multiply those in any order. So, 5 times 2 is 10, 10 times 3 is 30, put the pi next to it, 30 pi. So, we're just going to add these two numbers together, 18 pi and 30 pi to give 48 pi. Pretty easy. Now, here's the problem. We're trying to find the composite shape. So you have to look at the picture and decide where is it overlapping. So right here, that's not a very nice circle, but right there inside, there's the bottom of the cone and the top of the cylinder that overlap. So there's 2 circles that were counted within our equations that we really don't need. So we need to get rid of those 2 circles. So the overlapping area is 2 circles. So the formula for circles, pi r squared, but there are 2 of them. So my formula is 2 pi radius squared, and my radius is still 3. So 3 squared is 9, and 9 times 2 is 18, and then you bring pi along. Okay, so let's do this math here. The 2 surface areas, we have 24 pi and 48 pi, and then we're going to minus the overlapping parts. So grab a calculator, 24, do not put pi in the calculator, guys. Add 24 plus 48 minus 18, and you should end up with 54, and you have to put the pi after it. So this is called leaving your answer in terms of pi. And of course, afterward, you would put the unit. So that is the total combined surface area. All right, so next one. Now, we have a cylinder and like a cube, which is a prism on the bottom. Now, where does it overlap? It overlaps right here, that circle. There's the circle on the bottom of the cylinder, and that circle needs to be subtracted away from the top of that cube. So we're going to all right, it's telling me I have 30 seconds. So I'm going to make another video for this one. So hold on. Make sure to click on part 2.